So let me tell you a story, the situation I went through with my gaming monitors. Now on my gaming rig behind me, I used to have a couple of MSI Optix 272s. They were 1080p, 27 inches, 165Hz refresh rates, and classed as gaming monitors. I love them. They did me a turn, and in fact you can find my review for it here. But I was laughed very quickly out of the room by Nick and Joe, who told me I needed 1440p monitors at 27 inches. So 2 years after getting the 272s, I caved. I got myself a single MSI Optix MAG274QRF-QD. The longest model number in the world, by the way. But anyway, I got one, and I immediately noticed a massive difference, and I bought myself another one. Job done. I was completely 1440p and loving life on my gaming rig. And it made me think, why did I bother with 1080p in the first place? The MSI Optix MAG274QRF-QD it's a 27-inch 1440p 165Hz gaming monitor compatible with G-Sync for that variable refresh rate goodness. Now do note that G-Sync only works over DisplayPort, while Adaptive Sync works over HDMI for FreeSync, Premium, and G-Sync compatible certifications. It has an IPS panel which offers 1 millisecond grey-to-grey response time, as well as some pretty decent and vivid color reproduction, and uses quantum dot technology, which is where the QD in the model number comes from. Coming from my old 1080p monitors, there is a huge noticeable difference, not just in gaming, but with everyday applications I use, like my web browser and video editing software and all of that kind of thing. It does have HDR, but with a maximum nit brightness sitting at 300, it's not really worth implementing or even switching it on. Design-wise, there's no real standout features between this and other gaming monitors of late. It has extremely thin bezels, coming in at only a few millimeters. The monitor is pretty much all black, though the bottom bezel, which is slightly thicker than the others, is a dark silver finish. There are no RGB frills here either. It does have a thin line running across the rear of the monitor, which uses Mystic Light to change, but it's not garish and in your face, nor does it really shine off the wall of the monitor is sitting against either. It's not really that bright. Now the screen is sleek, it has an understated offering, and doesn't need to be cheapened by adding bright light shows. It looks great on the desk, and having two of them side by side like I've got here with very little bezel between looks absolutely stunning on the desk. I have mine on a monitor arm I did buy from Amazon on the cheap. It's just a cheap monitor arm that holds the monitors in place. That's all you really need. Round back, you've got a number of inputs to choose from. The main one, of course, for you PC gamers out there, is the DisplayPort 1.2A, 2 HDMI 2.0 ports, and 1 USB Type-C. There's also a USB hub included, which offers 2 USB 2 Type A and 1 USB 2 Type B inputs. This requires a USB cable to run between the hub and your desktop to power it and transfer data, so make sure you have a USB port free. Now if you're struggling, plug your keyboard and mouse into the monitor instead. If you didn't want MSI software installed on your PC, then you can access the full menu using the joystick on the bottom right rear of the monitor, and it's definitely one of the better inputs for shuffling around PC monitor menus, and much preferred over those with multiple buttons. Now there is also a game mode OSD available, which comes with a number of features that are aimed at gamers, like MSI's overdrive setting. Now set this to fast, as it's not the best at reducing ghosting, and not so much that you're going to get an overshoot. It's something that I've claimed in the past with older MSI monitors, and it's exactly the same here. There is also a strobing effect you can introduce called anti-motion blur, but you can't use this when VRR is introduced. And now I would stick to VRR if you're using a newer GPU like my 3070 FE I've got here. You do have a variety of preset profiles, including FPS, racing, and RTS, and the like, if you wanted to use those instead when playing different games. So unpacking some tests we ran on the monitor, we found that it could easily hit 100% on the sRGB and Adobe RGB gamuts, but fell short of the 100% mark on DCI-P3. The 96% is still a fantastic score. Now MSI also claimed that the monitor could hit 1000:1 contrast ratio, though I found it to be closer to 860:1 and at nearly 300 nits brightness, so not too far off the mark either. It means that HDR is pretty non-existent, but again, pretty fantastic score. Color uniformity at 100% brightness was also a bit of a letdown with my panel here, with the top left quadrants being too dark while the bottom right was blown coming out. Though saying this, the monitor's average Delta E score coming in at 0.98 with a high of 2.18 and a low of 0.24 was again hugely decent and super accurate colours all around. Now I want to say it's a bold claim, but for 2021, I know that year has just passed, but the MSI Optix MAG274QRF-QD gaming monitor is nothing short of fantastic, and it is one of the best gaming monitors around at the moment for £400 that I've come across, hence me buying 2 of them for my own personal setup. And the fact that gaming performance is super smooth with very little noticeable ghosting, color accuracy is one of the best I've seen for things like video and photo production, especially if you're in the YouTube game, and just the price. Now I picked one up from Amazon for around £350, £360, like that, which was of course a sale price at the time, and it's just absolutely blinding. What a fantastic monitor. So thank you very much for checking out our review of the MSI MAG274QRF-QD, whatever the model number is, I can't remember. It's super long. MSI, you've got to do something about your model numbers. They are ridiculous. Give it a code name, like Project Awesome Monitor or something like that, something gamery, like a tag, like a gamer tag, I don't know. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to keep up with our latest tech and gaming videos, and also let us know in the comments down below what you think about this MSI monitor, if you're a fan of MSI monitors, or what monitor are you rocking on your gaming systems at the moment. Now, I was looking at an LG monitor, I can't remember the model number, 850, but I can't remember the letters before that. At the same time while I was buying this, but of course, coming from MSI monitors, going to another set of MSI monitors was the way for me to go. But let us know what you're using as well in the comments below. As I say, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.